Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am still in my temporary filming location. I told you guys in my last video, I'm in the middle of decluttering my entire makeup collection. It's taking me a little bit longer than I thought. I feel like I'm just procrastinating a little bit because my next task is eyeshadow palettes, and I feel like that is always the hardest for me, so that should be up soon. But in the meantime, I've just been filming in my dining room, embracing the natural sunlight. I am so thankful that it has been so clear and sunny, and spring is right around the corner. I would love to film out here more often. A lot of you guys said you actually like this location. It's just that I live in the Northeast, so it's dark like half the year, and then the other half of the year, sometimes it's cloudy, sometimes it's rainy, but whenever it is sunny, I'll definitely switch it up and embrace the natural light. So anyway, today's video is going to be all about the upcoming Sephora Spring Sale, the VIB sale. I think they're technically calling it like their Spring Savings Event. So it starts in April. I'll put the information on the screen for you guys and in the description box below, but today I thought it'd be fun to go through my wish list and chat about the products that I'm thinking about buying. I actually added all of the products to my cart, and I think it was over $800, and there is no way I'm spending $800. There's no way I'm even spending half that. So this is just kind of like a dream wish list. I'll probably choose like one, maybe two products from each category, like a foundation and then also a powder, a bronzer, and then some skincare products, things like that. So anyway, if you guys have tried any of these products, I would love to hear your thoughts. I always read reviews. I always read through your comments before I buy products, especially high-end products, but there are some that I definitely want to try. So let's jump into it and I'll share my wish list. Let's start with foundation. There are a few foundations on my list. It's been a while since I've tried a new formula, so I definitely want to pick up one of these. I'm just not sure which one to go with. The first brand is Lys Beauty. I would actually like to try their products in general. I've been hearing really good things about the brand. It is a new brand at Sephora. It's a Black-owned, cruelty-free, vegan beauty brand, and they have a lot of really interesting looking products. Their packaging is different, and it just looks really nice. So this is their Triple Fix Serum Foundation. It retails for $22. So it's a skincare-infused serum foundation with buildable light to medium coverage. I don't know that it's necessarily ideal for my oily skin, but I have been going for more of like a natural finish, medium coverage foundation day to day. So I am curious about this one, and I just think the brand as a whole is getting pretty good reviews. So that is on my list. Have you guys tried anything from Lys Beauty? If you have, please let me know if you have any recommendations. It seems like a lot of their products are sold out, so I don't know if they'll be back in stock by the time the sale starts. The other foundation that I would love to try is the Rare Beauty Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation. This one is $29. This one has been on my list for a while, and I think that I will end up picking this one up at some point if I don't grab it during this sale. But this one is a weightless foundation with buildable medium to full coverage with a natural finish. So it does have more coverage than the Lys foundation. I feel like this one has gotten some mixed reviews, and I haven't really read whether it would be good for oily skin or not. So I definitely want to go through the reviews and decide whether or not I think it would work well for me. If you guys have like a similar skin type to me, like oily, acne-prone, sensitive skin, do you like this foundation? Does it work well for you? I'm definitely curious to try out a new formula, so I'll probably go with one of those, although the new KVD Beauty Foundation sounds really nice too. This one is the Good Apple Skin Perfecting Hydrating Foundation. This one is $38, so it's a little bit more expensive than the other two, and this one is a buildable full coverage hydrating foundation. It says that it has a lightweight, long wear formula with a fresh matte finish, which is interesting because I feel like when I first read about it, it was kind of being marketed toward people who have dry skin, and I have oily skin, and that sounds like it would be perfect for me. It is a vegan formula. It also comes in recyclable packaging, which I love. I believe this brand is now at Ulta, so I'll probably grab that at Ulta next time I have a coupon because I do prefer to shop at Ulta if at all possible. It's just a lot of the brands that are on my list aren't sold there. So that's one I'm also thinking about. Out of the three, I feel like the Rare Beauty one sounds like it would work best for me, but I definitely want to grab one of them. There are a few more complexion products I want to try. I'm thinking about trying the Kosas Revealer Super Creamy Brightening Concealer and Daytime Eye Cream. So this one retails for $28. This just sounds interesting. This one is a medium coverage, super creamy concealer, and it's also supposed to be an eye cream and spot treatment. So you can use it on your face, use it under your eyes. It's supposed to brighten and reveal better looking skin. And then it is medium coverage, satin finish, vegan. I think the brand as a whole is just a brand that has piqued my curiosity. I haven't tried any of their products, so I am interested in trying quite a few of them, and the concealer just looks really pretty. So I think I might end up picking that one up. I think I told you guys in a recent video, I've been wanting to try the Kosas Cloud Set Baked Setting and Smoothing Talc-Free Vegan Powder. It is $34. It looks like they actually just restocked it because last time when I was kind of looking at it online, it was out of stock in quite a few shades. Otherwise, I probably would have impulse purchased it because it sounded really nice. This one is supposed to be a super soft sheer setting and smoothing powder. It is baked with skincare ingredients, so it's supposed to sweep away shine, not glow, and just be very lightweight, really natural. So this isn't something I would probably use to set my foundation into place, but it would be really nice as like a finishing powder. It would be great to kind of diffuse bronzer. I typically use the Hourglass powder in diffuse light or the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder in light. That's just the shade I wear to do that. So I just feel like this would serve a similar purpose, and it just sounds nice. So as long as they have my shade in stock during the sale, that's something I probably will end up grabbing. Now, the last complexion product I've thought about trying is the Fenty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Powder Foundation. I think I said in a recent video, I was just kind of working my way through my current powder foundation, which is the Urban Decay All Nighter, which I love. But the shade that I have is just a little bit too light for me. It worked during the winter, but I think heading into spring and summer, it's going to be really, really noticeably too light for me. So I think it would be nice to try another formula, get a little bit of a darker shade. I'm just not sure if I'm going to be wearing powder foundation as much during the summer. I've really enjoyed it lately because I do have oily skin, and I feel like it keeps my skin matte and it kind of blurs over any redness, and then I don't have to go in with a regular liquid foundation, and it's just easy and quick. So I do think that this would work well during the summer as well. I've heard really good things about it. I don't know, between this and the Kosas powder, I feel like the Kosas powder sounds a little bit more appealing to me, but those are both on my list, so we'll see which one I grab. Okay, let's talk about some eyeshadow palettes. So I actually haven't been purchasing a ton of eyeshadow palettes this year. I did lift my 1 palette per month rule just because I felt like sometimes there were 2 palettes I wanted to review. But I don't know, I feel like I've been pretty happy with my collection. I do get some in the mail as PR, so I have added some to my collection like the Urban Decay Naked Wild West, the e.l.f. Mint palettes, some from ColourPop, but I haven't actually like went out and purchased one in a while. I don't know if I have all year long. I don't know. I don't think that I've actually purchased a palette this year other than what I've gotten in the mail as PR, just because I feel pretty content with my current collection, which is great. But there are a few on my list. I'm going to purchase one, and this is what I'm deciding between. There are 3 smaller Natasha Denona palettes that I want to pick up. Now, 2 of them are the $25 palettes. I either want to grab Mini Glam or Mini Nude. Now, I don't think I will grab Mini Glam kind of looking at it. I like this palette, but I do have the full-sized Glam palette, and that one works perfectly for me. So I guess this one is no longer on my list. It looks great, honestly, but I feel like I can get a very similar look using the fuller or the mid-sized Glam palette. So I guess that one's not on my list, but I am thinking about trying the Mini Nude palette. So this one is $25. It comes with 5 smaller shadows. What I like about this palette compared to the bronze or the Glam is that it's a little bit more neutral. Like the Glam palette is pretty cool toned. The bronze palette, which I actually have on my eyes today, is very warm toned. That's my favorite palette. I love it. But I think Mini Nude is perfect for like day-to-day wear when I don't want a super warm look or a super cool look. So I kind of want to grab this one. It's small, it's basic, but I do feel like I would be able to get a lot of use out of it. The other Natasha Denona palette I'm considering is another smaller one. This one's $48. So it's a 5-pan, but it's a bigger 5-pan palette. And this one is the Camel Palette. Again, it comes with 5 neutral shadows. I've just been loving neutral eyeshadows so much, and I love Natasha Denona's formula. So when I'm doing like a quick neutral look, her formula has been so perfect because it's very reliable, it looks great on the eyes, and the shadows just look so smooth and even. The swatches look pretty cool toned. Like these almost look like they would fit in with the Glam palette, but the shadows and the pans are a little bit more neutral. So do you guys have this one? For me, $50 or like $48 for 5 shadows might not be something that I would have done in the past, but I think because I have cut down on buying eyeshadow, now I'd rather spend my money on something I know I'll wear all the time. So I'm thinking about that one, but in the end, there is a colorful one that might win out, or a little bit more of a colorful one. This one is the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. It's $67, so that's a little bit more expensive, but this one has been on my list ever since they released it. I have never really gotten around to picking it up just because I felt like I had similar shades, but this is one that's like stood the test of time on my wish list, and I just think it would be so pretty for the spring and summer and really all year round, and I am thinking about buying this one. So I will end up grabbing one of them. I'm not sure which one. Like, they're obviously all different price points. One is $25, one is $48, and one is $67. But at least like for $67, you do get quite a few options. I recently filmed a video talking about my favorite eyeshadow palettes for spring, and a ton of you guys said that like your favorite palette is the Mercury Retrograde palette. So I feel like maybe that kind of put it back on the list for me. So those are the eyeshadow palettes that I am personally considering for the spring sale. Now, as far as cheek products go, there aren't too many on my list. So I recently picked up the Rare Beauty Melting Cream Blush, and it just didn't work out for me. It didn't work in the video where I tried it out. It hasn't worked for me when I've used it with like a tinted moisturizer or a powder foundation or a liquid foundation. It just doesn't look good on my skin. And I feel like I don't want to have to work so hard to get a blush to work well when there are so many formulas that I love. But a lot of you guys told me that I might actually prefer the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Blush formula. Now this retails for $20. They actually have two finishes. They have a radiant finish and a matte finish. Even though I have oily skin, when it comes to cream blush, I do prefer more of a glowy, luminous, dewy finish. If I want a matte blush, I'll just stick with powder blush, but for some reason when I apply a cream formula, I just expect it to be glowy and dewy, and that's what I typically go for. So I might pick this up in one of the dewy finishes. My only hesitation is that I know that these are very intense, which is great if you like bright blush or you have a deeper skin tone, because sometimes cream blushes are so sheer and they just don't show up well. So that is obviously a pro for a lot of people. I do tend to prefer very subtle blush. So I'm not sure that this one is the ideal formula for me. I just might have to skip over Rare Beauty when it comes to cream blush. I have some other formulas I enjoy, but I am thinking about it. I do think I'll pick up the Kosas Sun Show Moisturizing Baked Bronzer. This is $34. I think this actually came out last spring because I thought about picking it up when they first released it. It just sounds nice. I feel like it does have some mixed reviews. Some people say it's glittery on the skin and some people say it isn't. So if you guys have tried this, what do you think? I don't mind shimmer in my bronzer. I guess I just don't typically go for like full-on glitter. Right now, I'm loving my Milani Baked Bronzer, so I think that's why this one is appealing to me. I'm wearing the Milani Baked Bronzer today, and it works really well. So the Kosas bronzer sounds nice. I feel like it would be such a fun option for the spring and summer, and I do like a little bit more of a glowy option. Now, the only other cheek product I'm thinking about is something that I never thought I would buy again, but I am considering it, the Melt Cosmetics Digital Dust Duo Blush. So during the last sale, I actually bought Raw Honey, which is the mauve bronze and pink beige blush. And when I bought it, I was kind of disappointed in it just because the swatches on the website look so intense and so vibrant. But when you get the blush, it's definitely more on the subtle side. But I think I've come to embrace the fact that I do like more subtle blush overall. So I have been reaching for it quite a bit since I got it. So because of that, I've been thinking about picking up either Buzzkill, which is the Coral Nectar and Peach Champagne, or Queen Bee, which is a warm bronze and honey gold. Two of the shades are out of stock right now, so I don't know if they actually plan on restocking them or if it is a limited edition collection. But I've been thinking about buying another one of those just because it's one of those products that I thought I didn't like, but I find myself reaching for it all the time to the point where like the imprint has actually worn away because I've used it so much. So I have been thinking about trying a new fragrance. For a while, I thought there weren't really any good cruelty-free brands at Sephora and Ulta, and I think that was the case for a while, or they just weren't well known. But I was on a website the other day, it might have been Cruelty-Free Kitty. I'll link the article in the description box below, but it was listing a bunch of cruelty-free and vegan perfumes. And they actually have this brand at Sephora called Skylar, and one of these are on my list. Their fragrance in Salt Air sounds so nice. Now it does come in a rollerball. I just don't like the rollerball style packaging. I like when brands offer like a smaller version of the fragrance that has like the regular spray nozzle, because I just feel like rollerballs don't smell the same. I don't know if I'm imagining it, but I do prefer just like a regular spray perfume, but the full size is $78. So it's hard to commit to something online without actually smelling it. This one says that it embodies the ease of summer, which just sounds so nice. The keynotes are driftwood, sea salt, and seaweed, which either sounds like it could be really good or really weird, but I feel like if it just reminded me of the beach, it would be perfect. Anyway, there are a few other brands at Sephora that sell cruelty-free fragrances, so I might end up picking one up. I hate to commit to like a full-sized bottle without actually smelling it first. You know what I mean? There are just a few skincare products I want to pick up. So I do want to repurchase some of my favorites. Paula's Choice is actually at Sephora now. If you guys didn't know that, I love Paula's Choice. They have so many amazing formulas. I feel like I've been using the brand since I started YouTube years ago, and I still love so many of their products. So one of my favorites is the Skin Perfecting 2% BHA Liquid Exfoliant. This product gets so much hype, but for good reason. It makes such a difference. If you deal with clogged pores or just like congested skin or oily skin, or if you deal with a lot of acne, scarring, or hyperpigmentation, this product makes such a difference. I typically use it like every other night. I think it's technically gentle enough that you can use it every night, but my skin is so sensitive, so I just prefer to kind of go in with an exfoliator every other night. So this is actually sold out on Sephora's website right now, of course. So I don't know if it will be in stock by the time the sale rolls around. If it is, I will pick it up. I just have like a really small amount left in the one that I'm currently using. And then I do want to pick up my go-to cleanser, the Dermalogica Breakout Clearing Foaming Wash. That one is my favorite. My skin has just been breaking out like crazy over the past month, and I have been switching up some skincare products, so I feel like my skin stays clear when I use the products I know that work well for me. And the face wash, it makes such a difference. It's so gentle and it doesn't strip my oily skin. Like, it's not drying, it keeps it moisturized, but it's not too heavy. It's just the perfect cleanser. It's great for every day. I use it in the morning and at night. I am working my way through a few different moisturizers. So during the day, I've kind of been switching back and forth between two. I do use the Murad Clarifying Water Gel. I love that formula. If you like a lightweight gel formula, that one is so nice. I do feel like it also kind of keeps my skin clear. It doesn't clog my pores. It's great. So I'll either pick that one up or the Glow Recipe Watermelon Pink Juice Oil-Free Moisturizer. They're both so good. I can honestly use them interchangeably. It just kind of depends on what I have on hand. And I think I started testing out the Glow Recipe one while I was using the Murad one, and they both work so well for me. I think the Glow Recipe one is a little more hydrating. So I don't know that I need that during the summertime or the spring and summer, so I might stick with Murad, but I am planning on picking up one of those. And then I also want to pick up the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow AHA Pink Dream Body Cream. This sounds like it's going to be amazing. Glow Recipe products smell so good. Their watermelon line has been my favorite because it is so intensely hydrating, and I feel like my body just needs something like that. Like, I have body moisturizers that I like, but this one just sounds so good, and a lot of you guys told me you actually enjoy this. You picked it up when it launched. So I am planning on grabbing that one. There was one more Glow Recipe product I wanted to try, but it's out of stock. The Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops. This is $34. I feel like I've been seeing this all over TikTok, and TikTok has some really good recommendations, but I've seen this on YouTube as well. It has pretty good reviews. It's supposed to be a serum that hydrates and visibly reduces the look of hyperpigmentation for a dewy reflective glow. Again, I don't know if this will be my ideal skincare product for the spring and summer. I tend to switch it up and use more mattifying moisturizers during the spring and summer when my skin is extra oily. During the winter, I do love really intense, glowy, like hydrating moisturizers and skincare products. So I don't know, I might wait until the fall season for this one, but it is on my list. So I think those are all of the products on my list for the upcoming Sephora sale. If you guys have tried anything and you have any recommendations for me, please let me know. I would love to hear what you guys think. If you're planning on picking anything up or doing any shopping, I would love to hear what's on your list. I feel like a lot of people aren't buying as much lately, so because of that, I'm even more intrigued to know what people are buying. I feel like it's one thing if you're going to place like an $800 Sephora order and you talk about the products, it's like, yeah, you just kind of bought like everything you wanted. But if you're on a budget or you just don't want to spend that much or add that much to your collection, I'm almost more interested to know what you're picking up, like you guys and YouTube videos in general. So let me know in the comments below, but I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you very soon with a new video. Bye.